Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the LemonAid session number 35. My name is David Lemon. For those who may not know me, I am the product experience manager in the company called Groove Digital. And today I'm going to be answering some of the users' questions. So if you are new to this Q&A, welcome. If you are a person that comes back session after session, welcome as well. Let me just put up the banner so everybody that joins understands what we are doing, basically answering the questions. In case you have any questions, make sure you jump into the comment section of this live stream and feel free to ask anything. There's just one thing I would like you to do is include a little Q in front of your question so that I can know that and basically I can see that that is a question for me. So that's also what it says here. Ask your questions in the comments and please include a Q in front so we can answer it for you. Okay, perfect. Today I'm going to be telling you some of the things that are coming this week. For example, some announcements, some of the things that are worked on, some of the exciting stuff that is coming soon as well. So tune in. There's going to be a lot of interesting questions, and whenever we are doing these Q&A sessions, we do have a post where we answer the questions first. So whenever we create these LemonAid Q&A, there is a post going up in the Facebook group where people can freely post their questions, and this is what we encourage them to post the questions before going live, so others can see what is coming as well in the session that day. So for example, Raghu had a question about the drop down, but this is specific to his case, and he said that it is already sorted over here somewhere. So he had fixed this issue, so we can go on to the next question. What is the ETA for GrooveMail? Actually, today, tomorrow we are adding on a bunch of new people on GrooveMail to test it out. There is a lot of improvements that has been done on the platform as well in the UI development phase. We are also working on the making the queues better for sending. So whenever you go and start sending your emails for the thousands of members you may have on your list, then it goes out very smoothly. What's the ETA on GrooveWebinar? GrooveWebinar is receiving deployment within a couple of days. If you would like to see how it looks so far, you can test it out. It's in sandbox mode on the live version of Groove. Just get into the Groove sidebar and click on webinars. You can test it out yourself. If you're asking when is it going live fully, we'll know more very soon. And when I mention very soon, this is one of the first things that I want to talk about. We are doing an announcement very shortly that in July, starting from the 5th of July, we will have a 2-week Groovathon where Mike goes in and showcases all of the new things that have been developed and also presents the platform in a real life scenario. So users who may not be committed yet to joining Groove on a paid version, they actually go and upgrade before the actual lifetime deal ends. So we will be doing a Groovathon with a different setup as before. Before we had different experts come on live and talk about their expertise, but this Groovathon that is starting from July 5th is going to be specific to Groove and the software of Groove. So we're going to go through the whole platform, showcase what it can do, what it will be able to do, and why we decided to create each and every one of those platforms. So it's going to be awesome. Hopefully you have cleared your schedule. There will be more announcements, more official announcements on this one. This is just like a first word about that, but it is going to be bringing some new information about the updates and developments that have been worked on. So yeah, GrooveMail and GrooveWebinar is going to be demoed in a better version than what we have right now on that Groovathon. Ian is asking, when can we expect Eliot's first videos? Eliot has been constantly pushing out videos to our YouTube channel. You may have already seen some because we're sending them out in emails as well for the Groove Mail warm-up sequence. So if you have a look, this is just one of the playlists he is working on, Groove short tutorials. These are 1-2 minute videos, and this is how it looks like. There is 40 videos or so that I know so far. Not all of them have been published. There is a lot more on the way, but if you visit groovefunnels.com/blog, you can see the articles related to each and every one of these one of these videos. So there are blog posts with written content on top of the videos that Eliot did. So there you go. Why is GrooveFunnels free? How to write affiliate blog posts. All of these will most probably have a video, and those are the videos that Eliot worked on. So we are answering the most asked questions in the community, creating videos around it, and also some of the tutorials that people would like to know more, like how to set the OG image in GroovePages, or how to create a membership website for free, how to write an affiliate blog post, how to use forms in GrooveMail, and things like that. These are all getting done by Eliot. Okay, next question. I've availed a 2-month payment scheme on $799 on June 25th. I was so excited to upgrade that I forgot that my next salary will come on July 27th. What happens if I can pay my bill on July 25th? There's only 2 days difference. Can I request for a grace period? Yes, Chester, there shouldn't be any issues. Reach out to our support team. Just let them know that this is going to be happening, and then we can follow up with you on further information. At this moment, I don't think you should be worried. You have access to Groove already. We are very flexible. We are very friendly at the support team, so you can just feel free to reach out, and then we can sort it out for you. Okay, going on to the next question from Bob. Good morning, David. I saw a post about SpreadSimple working with GroovePages. I thought it's very interesting. Can you elaborate on this? Absolutely. So there was a post earlier in either our group or a different group about creating dynamic websites with Groove. And the answer is no. We don't have an inbuilt functionality to create dynamic websites with Groove. Let me just see. Maybe it was here that I saw it. But there are ways to create dynamic sites with Groove without us having to build in those functionalities. I'll see if I can find it here very quickly. If not, then I'm just going to explain you what the question was about. Anyway, basically somebody was asking about creating dynamic posts or dynamic pages in Groove, and the answer is no. We don't have the inbuilt technology to create dynamic websites with GroovePages. That's something that we don't have. However, with GroovePages, you can connect a lot of different other platforms that were created for specific functions. And SpreadSimple is a platform that was created for the functionality of having dynamic capabilities added to either your own existing websites, your existing pages, or something like that. You can use also SpreadSimple by itself as a website hosting platform, but I think in tandem with GroovePages, SpreadSimple can do amazing things. Let me just show you what SpreadSimple is. SpreadSimple is a way that you can put in details or data into a Google Sheet, I believe it's called. It's like an Excel online by Google, and it creates a website. It creates sort of a platform where it's pulling the information from the Google Sheet and displays it on nicely for the users to see. So you can do a lot of different things with this. So for example, you can create a menu menu page so that people can click on and then purchase maybe one of those items on your menu. You can also showcase a real estate directory. You can create a merchandise store with it. You can do job boards. You can do furniture store, affiliate promos, for example. This one is very creative, and I would highly encourage you to try out something like this. You can sign up for SpreadSimple for free. They have a free plan, but what you would need to do is basically just create a Google Sheet. Just type in your information, and then it basically imports that information and displays it nicely with filters, with different categorizations and things like that. So this is a tool that you could use in tandem with GroovePages, just by creating one of these websites, one of these dynamic sites or dynamic pages, and embedding it into your GroovePages. SpreadSimple is one of the platform. There's another one that I bookmarked, and it uses Airtable as the database, not Google Sheets, but Airtable. Airtable is a very, very good platform for all sorts of things. It functions very similarly to a spreadsheet software like Google Sheets, but it has some extra functionalities that you can do with it. Softr.io, softr.io is another platform that you can use to create these dynamic sites. You can create marketplaces, online communities, directories, and websites even with this tool, which is basically connected to Airtable, and then you can embed it to your GroovePages, or you can embed it on your other sites wherever you may be hosting them. So yeah, that's basically these two platforms that I found where you can extend GroovePages capabilities and create a dynamic platform where the system is bringing in a database, an external source from a database, basically information from a database. So Softr and SpreadSimple, explore them. They have free options, both of these. Just play with it and you'll find a lot of great information on how to use that within the platforms, and that's basically it. If you, for example, have a brand website and you want to create a resources page, for example, or your favorite books that you read and you want to recommend, or you want to showcase your software tools that you're using, for example, maybe in an affiliate links way. So you're using Groove, you can put in your affiliate link for GrooveFunnels. You're using Chatmatic, you can put in your Chatmatic affiliate link, and things like that. You can create a nice little directory with SpreadSimple or Softr and embed it into your own website. So somebody checks the resources, they will see a nice categorized way of these links displaying. Can you please show me how to put an empty box on a page so that all the text underneath goes further down the page? I hope this makes sense. I have no clue what I need to show right now. Let's just reread this. Can you please show me how to put an empty box on a page so that all the text underneath goes further down the page? Well, I'm not quite sure I understand the question. If any of you understand the question, feel free to enlighten me, but I would not be able to like even hint on anything because I don't fully understand what this question means. So if Scott, if you're here, please explain it in the comments of the live stream. We're going to revisit this question there. Okay, let's just see the questions from the live stream. I have Amir here asking a question. Hey David, what's the name of the form builder you suggested in the previous Q&A session? It started with a T and SO. I forgot the name. It's Tally, TALLY.SO. Since then, there is a couple more that popped up in the online world that you can get for a one-time fee, and I will most of the times know of this software because I am following these platforms where they promote one-time payment platforms, and there is a form builder that is being promoted now on on these platforms, and I will find the name and give it to you. At this moment, it is one of the popular ones, and I haven't tested it yet, but it has a very, very good features list. I thought I had it memorized, but I cannot find it right now. It has a very good features list, and I'm going to share the link at the later, or just a name at a later point. At this moment, I cannot find it. Tally.so was the one that I was sharing last time. Greg is asking, is there a way to select multiple devices in GroovePages? You cannot select multiple devices right now. We will be working on that one. There is a full plan, but it requires a complete CSS rewrite in our builder. It is a big task. Before we had the option, which was selecting multiple devices, basically, let's say a tablet and a mobile together, because they are like the two bottom devices. That was possible because we had a system where the style sheets were cascading. They were basically, you were editing a smaller device, and the changes that you did on small device, it flowed up. Now we changed the way our builder works with responsiveness because of users' feedback, and people wanted to have forced styles on separate devices. And this is what we did. We said, okay, if somebody clicks on one device, apply styling only on this device. The rest don't change, don't cascade up to higher screens, to bigger screens. Now what we did is exactly that. But now there is some of the users that were finding the selecting multiple devices at the same time and managing them at the same time. They found it easier and faster to build pages. So at this moment, we need to completely restructure our CSS so that we provide this forced way of editing devices, but not with a cascade. So that if you select a mobile device and maybe a desktop device, so that the other devices in between don't change. And that's a challenge that we are working on right now. At this moment, we paused working on that a little bit because we are adding in the webinar system into GroovePages, and we're adding on the brand site UI, which Mike talked about in the State of the Groovium. So at this moment, this development of rewriting the CSS system in our builder has been paused a little bit, but we are going to revisit this after these new functionalities and UI changes have been deployed. Yeah, and Greg extended on this. For example, select all devices except mobile. Yeah, so what we are going to be doing, let me see if I can find I shared this some time ago in the group, a GIF about how we are going to be doing it. Okay, here we are. It's actually a video. Let me see. Okay, here we go. Sorry about that. Let me just see if I can show you here. So you should be seeing on my screen right now, this is the plan of what we are planning to add. You can toggle the switch, which is going to be for all devices, or if you turn it off, let me just slow the video down a little bit. If you toggle it, then it's all devices or the selected devices. You see, so this is going to be the system that we will be adding on. But at this moment, we have stalled with the development of this functionality because of the changes that are more necessary for more users to be able to work with the platform. So it's actually either you design only specific devices or all devices. I think this has changed as well since then, because we added on more functionality on top of this one, what I'm showing you here. I just don't have the video of that one. So it's actually not going to look like this. It's going to look very similar like this, but we extended on this functionality a little bit. But that's the gist of it. Basically, we'll have a check mark where you can select different devices and you can manage those that are checked separately, and you can basically make sure that none of the changes apply to other devices. That's the big task that our devs need to work on. Abdul is saying, hi David, I'm a proud paid member. Does GrooveMail have the ability to allow the creation of rich email campaigns like Wix Ascend? If not, is it in the pipeline to be developed? Yes, actually it is. I don't have the screenshots though. I showed some of the screenshots that I had access to last time. This was on last Tuesday in the Q&A. However, I learned since that we are actually changing the UI for the form builder. Let me see if I have some of the new screens. No, I still have the old screen. So maybe I can show you this one. This is what is in plan, and this is what we developed, but it's going to look a little bit different. It's not going to look like this. We're going to make it a bit easier to handle. It's not going to be a drag and drop builder as it is showing here. So we will have a rich builder for emails, but we changed the drag and drop system. We're not going to have a drag and drop system, but we are going to have a different way that I'm not quite sure how it is actually going to look like. We are trying to actually move away from the drag and drop into a more click and pick system where you actually click on the canvas and you decide things through this type of method, and not to need drag over to the canvas. We found that people just want to have pre-made things that are already done, like pre-made sections, and work with that, and not to actually need to create everything from scratch. We will still have options to create things from scratch, but with a different method than what I'm showing on here. So this is kind of the builder that we planned out in the first version, but it's changed since. I just don't have the access to the newer versions of the screens. But yes, this is in the pipeline. It's going to be worked on soon after we launch. And yeah, it's going to be great because it's very simple, very minimalistic, and it's just going to bring GrooveMail to a whole nother level. At this moment, we do have a new UI for the email builder, the textual email builder that we have in Groove, but that is just like the base what we need to have. This is going to be the thing that is going to make a big change. Let me just show you test. Here we go. So I'm going to show you the thing that we have right now, like the email builder that we have on in development right now. Let's just say campaigns and broadcasts, for example. If we go and create a new campaign, this is how the campaign builder will look like. Once you select who will get the actual emails, then this is the actual content. This is already an improvement from what we had previously, but it still is just a rich text editor with a HTML preview, which is not where we want to be. We'll have a way to actually have templates and click on the template and then modify them and then bring in some dynamic elements. But this is this is just a new skin to the functionality that we already had. Okay. Sounds like Groovathon is perfectly timed for me. Thank you. Which Groove apps do I need to use to offer a PDF lead magnet and deliver to person who opts in? GrooveFunnels, GrooveMember. So GrooveFunnels is a suite of tools that basically Groove provides. GrooveMember is a platform for delivering content. So I don't know what your funnel looks like. If you want to kind of deliver the content in an email, or you want to bring the people over to a membership platform where they can click and download your PDFs or or access your content, which is my recommended way, you bring over the customers to your assets. That's always better because you control the narrative in that case. Emails very frequently are going unopened, or if they actually purchase something, they get your product and they don't open your emails anymore. But if you make them come over to you again and again, that's basically bringing focus towards your business and your offers. So yeah, GrooveMember is what I would suggest. Creating a membership platform, which can be done very simply in a couple of clicks, and hosting your PDFs or your content on there is my suggested way of doing things. Groovathon will show you all of the functionalities. I don't think we're going to be doing training. We're going to explain what you could do with it and why. It's like a bigger overview. It's like a brochure type of thing. Is what we are planning, not a full training videos where we teach each and every nook and cranny of the builder. Okay, Leonard has a question. I would like to offer my membership as a bonus for new people that sign up for GrooveFunnels through my affiliate link. What is the best way to go about getting started? There's only really one way to do that, and I'm going to show you. So if you log into the Groove platform, you can head over to apps and affiliate earnings. Basically, this is Groove Affiliate. Here you manage your promotions and you click on promos. Let me just zoom in a little bit. You click on promos, and here you will see Groove as the top offer. Once you click on this plug icon, at the last icon it says integrations. Here is where you actually select what will you give to people that sign up on each and every one of these payment plans. So tracking codes, webhooks, memberships is what you're looking for. And then you, for example, if somebody signs up for the, I don't know, lifetime upgrade of 6 easy payments, then you give them a membership where you select the membership, for example, and select the access level, and you click the add button. That's basically it. Now what you created is that if somebody signs up for a paid version of Groove with a 6 easy payments price plan, then they will be added to your membership on the access level that you selected. So that's the only way you can do that, really. You can choose the different products over here. If somebody pays with PayPal, if somebody chooses this lifetime upgrade as well, I would just say any paid price point, just give them the actual access to the membership that you decided. You can also do the same with files. You can do integrations or webhooks, or you can also add a tracking code if you're planning to do some retargeting. That's basically the only way to manage memberships when somebody signs up for Groove. Okay, can you highlight some of the new features that are coming in GrooveBlog, and when is the next update coming? Yeah, so we have a bunch of new things that are waiting for finalizing. The reason why we are waiting is because some of our devs from the GrooveBlog team were put on the project of advancing the GrooveMail. As you saw, we are changing the UI of GrooveMail, and we added on some of the developers that were working on GrooveBlog to the GrooveMail team. So now we are just waiting for them to be finalized with their task, and they can come back. The next thing that is going to be showing up is the folder publishing in GrooveBlog. The folder publishing is something where you can connect your domain to GroovePages, and then you can have a website.com/blog. So it's actually publishing your blog to a folder and not to a subdomain.website.com. It works better with SEO. It helps rank the content of your blog because your domain is kind of branded. You have website.com is going to get all the link juice, as they say, and all the attention and not the subdomain itself. Some people prefer it that way, and we are adding that on. That's the next thing that is coming. We had a couple of fixes. For example, the screenshots of the blog is the next thing that is going to come. We also finalized, and let me show you. GrooveBlog will have the post rich post URL functionality as what WordPress has, where you can create I don't know, website.com/post name, for example, or website.com/blog/post name, or things like that. Basically, it allows you to create a custom URL structure on your blog. This is again very important for SEO purposes, and that is something that we are adding on. Let me just show you a quick picture of how WordPress has it sorted out. Okay. So what you're looking at right now is how WordPress does it. It's basically your subdomain.domain / and then you select the things that you want to add. For example, do you want a year, month, day? For example, in case you're publishing a podcast, for example, then this is very handy. Or do you want the post name or the category or the author information inside a URL? You decide that with this custom structure. This is what we are creating for GrooveBlog, and that's going to be one of the next deployments. But for now, the focus is on getting you access to Groove Mail with a newer UI. Okay. Follow up. What's the best lookup tutorials on this process imperfect action challenge? So you're trying to actually have somebody get through your checkout process, I believe, and then get the PDFs delivered. If you watch the imperfect action challenge, it guides you through setting up the whole business. It guides you through creating the pages, creating the sales flow of the actual products, of the checkouts, of the payment gateways, the everything. It shows you how to create the products, how to create the memberships, how to deliver the memberships, and everything. So this is the fullest, most detailed process, and basically a tutorial video that you could watch. So yeah, definitely Tropical Cabbage. If you would like to learn about delivering PDFs or anything like that, watch the Imperfect Action Challenge. It's going to give you a lot of great nuggets on mapping out your funnels, learning what a funnel is, how to actually set it up, what's the butterfly marketing system, and things like that. Is there a workaround way to create quizzes in GroovePages until GrooveQuiz is ready? Yes, basically use any other quiz platform right now. You cannot really create quizzes with the inbuilt functionality without a lot of tinkering. There are people that created it. Basically, they created the checkbox. Once you click the checkbox and then you click the submit button, they go over to the, or actually no, it's just a simple image they set up as a link that goes onto a different page. So they created custom quizzes through images. And let me see if I can find one of these pages very quickly. It's kind of very, very creative, and this is what the quizzes were before. This is how they were done. So let me just quickly find the link. Okay, just a second. Bum, 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 bum. Or give me just one moment. I just want to show you this. It's pretty interesting. Okay, here's one of the pages created with Groove. Okay, you can see here GP component, and this is an actual built-in quiz where you can go and click. I believe this is the quiz part. Hold on, let me find the actual. Here we go. So programs, articles. Let me see. Yeah. Here we go. Quiz. I found it. So what they did is, these are all images, as you can see. And now they created text links where you click on a text link and it opens up a different page. And basically with this type of system, they mapped out in advance. It doesn't work. They may need to relink it. But what they did is they had a questions, the question on the first page, question on the second page, question on the third page. And basically through this way, they linked together these pages and created a minimalist quiz with just the question number 1, question number 2, question number 3. These are the same image where they just kind of animated this progress bar as an image. This is something that you could do. Let's just see if it actually allows answer the quiz. Yeah, it doesn't. They need to relink it, I believe. But this is the way that you could do quizzes with a manual process. Let me see if they had a multiple of these sites. Most of them are very similar in nature. Here we go. There's another one. Here we go. So you click on it and then it opens up the next page and then the next page, and then you go through the quiz. And these are all images and these are all the same way, basically. Here they need to remove some of these pages, but that's basically a quiz, how they built it out. It's just linking together. This is what I meant by without a lot of tinkering. We don't have GrooveQuiz yet. There are ways that users are doing it. But easiest would be just to get a temporary quiz builder for now, and there's tons of them that you could use. And one of them I wanted to share with you. Let me just see if I can find it. Here we go. I found it. That was quick. It's called UEngage. It's not something that I'm promoting, and I don't really own this platform, but I wanted to show you. It has very good reviews, and I heard a lot of good things about it. Sorry. It starts from $49. It's a come on, it's a lifetime deal that they're selling. It's a quiz builder. You could use something like that. It has connections to all sorts of platforms. You can embed the quizzes, and that's the most important thing. You can create it in this UEngage platform and then basically embed it into your membership or to your site or whatever. You can have a different plans according to your needs. And that's basically it. There's very often on AppSumo you can find these types of form builders and quiz builders and all sorts of stuff. UEngage is one of the more popular ones with good reviews. So if you are in a market for something like that, you can check that out. Enlarge your empty box so it scrolls down. I still don't understand what that question was. Hey David, in our membership site made with GrooveMember, we have a welcome category in the front, but when we log in through membership area, we see the upgrade option in the front, which is in the last in our outline. Why is this so? Is this a bug? When will it get resolved? That's the first time I'm hearing about that, so I guess it's a bug, but I wouldn't be able to assist you on this one. It needs to get checked by our devs. So I would suggest you to open a ticket in our support, basically help desk, so that the team could look into it a little bit better. That's the first time I'm hearing about that, so I wouldn't be able to assist you on this live stream. Is there a way to create funnels besides creating the individual pages in the page tab, then saving these pages as templates and importing them into the funnel tab? Why not just go into the funnel tab and create the pages there? Like, what you're saying is option, but you don't really have to. Like, you can go into the funnel tab and just create a page from there. I mean, struggling to understand the flow, you could go into the funnels and just create a funnel from pre-made funnels that we have here, like for example sales and booking funnel, and then you can just remodel these pages, like recreate these pages. But you can also create single pages from here as well. So you can just create a blank template from here. You don't have to create them in pages and then bring them in. That kind of a double job. So you may want to revisit this flow because it's very simple. Just click here, click there, and you can start building out. It's basically the same thing. You just have the pages structured nicely here in this section. Yeah, so that's basically it. I don't really have other workarounds or other information to provide on that topic. You have permission to call me out whenever you think I'm procrastinating. I'm spending too much time trying to perfect simple things and not moving forward. Okay. You answering my question turned on a lot of light bulbs. Okay, perfect. So Leonard, what you're trying to do most probably is trying to do affiliate marketing, and what I suggest you to do is do it that way. Basically deliver memberships when somebody signs up. What the best thing is, if you give also benefits on free signups, just create the membership platform with with an access level where you're giving away some free stuff, and try to upgrade the people from within that membership where you are providing the content. You can sell them on your products. You can also provide them more training on Groove. You can provide them I don't know, just the links to Imperfect Action Challenge. That could work. Just something so that they feel that you are a good guy giving them information. Next, try to get them to upgrade. This way you can earn commissions on Groove, and that's basically a great affiliate flow if you would like to do that. Reagan is here. When will we be able to get GrooveMember updates? Because I wish to start making contents in Groove membership area. I'm afraid after we get the new update, I have to redo all the content to fit the new theme update. I talked with the devs, with the dev team today about GrooveMember, and they kind of explained the plans and the feature set that we are going to be adding into GrooveMember, and it's awesome. I showed some sorry, my throat is okay. I showed some screenshots and some mock-ups on the last Q&A session. It was last Tuesday. It was the Q&A number 34. If you want, you can check it out. We have timestamps on that one, so you can look into it. And I didn't fully understand from the mock-ups on what exactly it will be, but it's going to be great. So we are going to be doing this in multiple phases. The first phase is going to be within the next week or two. We will have the builder sorted. We will have the builder side of things with a new system. Then on top of that, we are going to be removing the wizard as you go now in the step 1 information, step 2 I don't know, customization, step 3 comments, step 4 da 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 da. So that's going to be removed, and it's going to be put all into the builder where you actually build the membership, and you can manage all of the logos and the favicon and the instructors and all of that from within the builder. So there is going to be your dashboard. You click into a membership and you open the builder immediately. That part of the update is going to come a little bit later, mid-July, end of July, September. This is how we are seeing the development to be kind of working with in stages. That's because there's a lot of things that we need to change, not only from the user interface side of things, but also from the From the functionality point of view, we are going to be rewriting the whole complete builder. We are rewriting the flow of the wizard. We are rewriting a lot of different things, and it just takes time. What we did so far is, you've probably seen, we improved the portals. If you haven't visited the new portals functionality that was added in very recently, we still did a couple of improvements after it came live. But if you go to GrooveMember portals and you open a portal, you create a portal, in the step number 4, portal design, you'll be able to see the new changes, like the templates and the customization of the templates. Basically, you can just create your full beautiful portal that you can promote your products and memberships on, with full customizations of colors, of navigation, of hero section. You can also put in a video right now. You could do other things like rewrite the headings on here, change the background color. Let's just say I want it to be black. If this is your brand, it can work together. So you can do list view, grid view, whichever you prefer. That was one of the recent big changes. And we'll have, in a similar style where we kind of allow you all the customization, this is going to be coming to the membership builder as well. But yeah, within a week or two, we're going to see the builder setup, the new builder setup. We are going to also provide a way to stay on the current builder if you're more comfortable with that one, before changing over to the builder that is coming. And at a later point, when we are confident that our builder is stable, we're just going to do a switch manually. So it depends on you if you want to wait out that change, or if you want to start building your membership on the new platform. We need to make sure that the content gets carried over as smoothly as possible from the memberships that are already currently built to the newer updated version of GrooveMember. So I don't think that is going to be a problem, because we need to make sure our own memberships work as well, not only from you guys. Thanks for answering my last question, David. Are there any information tutorials to help us create SEO optimized pages, sites? Thanks again. Yes, there are tutorials. Just type in SEO into the YouTube channel or Groove video search. That's going to show you the current videos that we have on that topic. But basically, what SEO is about, filling up your meta tags, like the meta title, meta description, meta keywords. Make sure that you have your OG image, your OG title set up, which is the Open Graph settings. And then basically the on-page SEO is making things fast, making your images load up fast, like resizing them, converting them to WebP format, uploading them to the builder already optimized, making sure that you're using as the smallest amount of different fonts, so that the pages don't need to load all of the different font styles. Make sure you have your headings properly set up. Make sure you have a nice structure that the users will love, and have a great content. That's the most important part. Without this technical jargon, great content will win every time. So that's kind of what you could do. That's a great suggestion, which I would just do a tutorial about if I would be recording videos on all of the things that I just mentioned. Everything else is kind of okay to do, but like putting in a lot of keywords on your page helps, but it's not the most important. The useful content that answers specific questions from people is always going to rank higher than the SEO optimized content where you're just trying to rank as high as possible. Be helpful. That's basically it. What are the future plans of white labeling a proof widget in Groove. Is there anything like we can see in proof widget verified by custom name? Yes, that is an extra bonus that is going to be happening. I don't have a date, but when you create a page on a free account, you have that banner on the bottom of the website which says created with GroovePages. Of this site was created using GrooveFunnels or something like that. The free accounts cannot remove that black bar, but for the paid accounts, we are going to provide an option to keep that on, but use your affiliate link. Similarly, we are going to offer this option for doing the same thing on a GrooveCell checkout. At this moment, there is a small GrooveCell logo, or just said powered by GrooveCell. This is also going to be optional, and you are going to be able to select if you want to see that powered by GrooveCell or hide that. If you decide to show that, it's going to be using your affiliate link. Similarly with Groove Proof, the verified by GrooveFunnels is going to be optional in case you don't want to show that. Then you can remove it. If you want to show it, then it's going to be using your affiliate link. As I said, I don't know when that change is coming. At this moment, we are focusing on some bigger functionality changes, but that's definitely in the plan. Optimum loan solution. Question, David. Mike Filsame showed the price table that will be coming out soon. How does the agency will work for us lifetime? Meaning, will we be able to provide the service from our account? Yes. This is still something that is the agency is being worked on. Is being worked on already. The thing that we are still in communications about with the founders and on the like a higher perspective, a higher level thinking, is when, for example, you are on a lifetime but you bring in a customer that is on a monthly basis. How is the payment going to be functioning? Most probably, if you bring them on your account and you actually provide them access and you build out everything on your side of things, then that's going to be covered. But what if you don't want to bring them on your account? What if you want to provide them with their own account and edit everything on their account? How is the payment going to be? So this type of things are still being worked out. It would be much easier if we would have just paid accounts for everyone. Then everybody that gets an agency partner, everybody that gets a client will just need to pay. But there is complications with the lifetime and paid options and things like that. At a later date, when, for example, somebody signs up to a $299 plan or $399, I don't even know what price plans we will have, but the top tier platinum account on a monthly basis, they will need to pay for their own account on monthly basis. But if they also get a client, the client will need to pay on a monthly basis, or there could be some kind of a discount if the agency owner brings in that client. So that kind of payment systems we're still figuring out. But for you guys on a lifetime deal, the agency system is going to be included. I don't know the other details, as I just mentioned, that we are still figuring out some of the things about the payment plans. We just want to do the best, but we still want to make money. When bringing in clients that are not part of Groove yet, those will probably need to pay. You will want them to pay. We are figuring out if the affiliate system will be involved in this one, or it's just going to be a discounted payment system. I don't know. Who knows? We'll see. Is a source code and software as a service mentioned by Mike is good for newbie to use? No. If yes, how is it to benefit the new digital marketer? Ming, if you are not a person that is in this already in the software as a service, if you don't really understand how you could make money, how to manage a platform, like a page builder, how you could sell it, how you could market it, how you could find an audience to use it, I wouldn't suggest you to get that program. It's not because I say that you cannot, but it's not newbie friendly. It's for professionals that want to extend on their offers, on their products, on something that they already have. If you're a newbie, I would suggest starting with affiliate marketing or selling drop shipping products through an e-commerce store or something like that, just so that you put your feet, you just get your feet wet a little bit in this online digital marketing world. Owning a software as a service business is a long process. It takes a lot of planning. It takes a lot of investment. If you are not a developer, then you'll need to hire a developer to actually set things up and extend on the feature sets. That the base code that we are offering is very good. However, your users will want more and more and more and more and more. Will you have this? Will you have that? Can you integrate with this? Can you put in this language? Can you do? It's like always need to be improving. And if you're a newbie, you don't know how to set things up, then you'll feel overwhelmed, and you're just going to not feel very accomplished. So no, I would not suggest that if you're a new person in the digital marketing world. Okay, so yeah, I said I'm going to do a couple of announcements. The big announcements are that tomorrow we are getting on the person that you probably know, like, and listen to already, who is Travis Stevenson. Travis Stevenson is coming on our live stream, which is going to be happening at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it's going to be on Wednesday, Thursday. It's going to be happening 2 days in a row at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. He's going over to our Facebook and YouTube channel to talk to you guys about some of the developments in the chatbot world, bringing in more information on how to automate Instagram and use chatbots to make big money through simple automation systems. That's something that not a lot of people think that could be useful, but just listen to that guy. I listened to one of his presentations on this topic, and I was like, wow, like everybody could do that, and everybody could make a great money with this. Like speed is most important. The sooner you get into it, the faster you're going to be able to make money by helping people with their Instagram profiles. So my suggestion, block out some time from your schedules at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow and on Thursday. Travis Stevenson is going to blow your hats off with things he has to present. It's a content training. We want him to show you some of the things where you can also put your Groove systems in. If you have an agency, this is going to be great for you. Put your Groove systems in connection with the chatbot systems. That's going to provide you more stability in the digital marketing world. Okay, I bought the software as a service source code, but haven't received access mail and also group support chat. Don't know about this offer. Do you know where I can get support? Definitely. I cannot see who you are, but please reach out to the support team again, and just ask John Garcia to look into it. It's very strange that they don't know about that offer. But yeah, John Garcia will be able to assist you there. I cannot see who you are, so I cannot look into it myself, but reach out and say, John Garcia, please look into my case. Okay, so that's basically it. We are doing this training for you. I also mentioned the Groovathon that is coming on July 5th. It's going to be a 2-week demo of what Groove can do, and yeah, it's going to be very interesting. Also, I wanted to show you some of the things that make me as a person very happy. Something that makes me very happy is something that I was complaining since I actually joined Groove, and this is bringing in blocks to a page. Have a look what we added on now. So let's just use an alert bar. If let's just choose this one. If you're pulling in blocks on the page, you have now a better system of managing the blocks. It's easier if I show you on an empty page. So I'm going to put in a content block, this blue one, and let's just add in this black one, and let's just add in this gray one. And now we're going to take an alert bar because it's smaller, it's visible, and we're going to use this one for the demo. So let me just show you what we added. This is a new functionality or improvement on the functionality. When you are dragging in blocks, it is now very simply showing on where to add it. Where there is a green line, it's very you cannot very clearly see it, but it's there when you're dragging in the blocks from the block section. Let me just try and show you this way. But when you're dragging in, you can see this green dashed line, and it basically improves the way you're dragging in the block. It's slight improvement, but it's a huge, if you saw how our system was before. This type of thing we're bringing for the elements as well very, very soon. What we are working on is something that is going to make a small change but a great impact. Basically, as we have the drag and drop system of elements in Groove Cart, that's something that we are bringing into GroovePages as well. And it makes me very happy because I'm asking for this since forever. And now that I'm in a position where I can actually influence these changes, I put some pressure on these things a little bit. So let me just show you how Groove Cart works with elements. It shows a little drop here option, which is nice and snappy, and you really know where the element will be dropped. Something like this, a little bit more subtle, is coming to GroovePages, but it's going to make things much easier to handle. There we go. So this is the actual element that I dropped in. So we are going to add this in very soon as well to GroovePages. But it's a great change that we already have that with the blocks. This was a part of an update for a different problem that we had previously, but the devs fixed this one very quickly. So yeah, smaller changes, smaller wins, but it's going to the better all the time. Yeah, let's see if there are any questions from you guys. Hi, David. Is there an integration like software like Zapier you recommend that will be supported in Groove? Do you have an affiliate link? Abdul, actually, there is. If you would like a very, very good alternative for Zapier, they have a lifetime deal right now, which I'm all about these lifetime deals. This is how I actually ended up in Groove as well. There is Pably. Pably Connect is the name of the platform, and they are basically doing the same things as Zapier, just cheaper or less inexpensively, not cheaper in terms of it breaks, less inexpensively, and they offer also a lot of their inbuilt systems which don't cost you tasks. In Zapier, you pay tons of money for each and every task or automation that you set up. In Pably, there is a lot of different tasks that you don't have to pay for, like they are not taking your credits, so you get a lot more with Pably. If you go to lemonpix.com/Pably, and this is just a short link that I set up for myself to remember it, because they have some long URL. lemonpix.com/Pably. If you open that domain, you'll see the actual offer. We are doing an integration with Pably that is going to be coming very soon. We are still waiting for Zapier. Zapier is kind of the first base connection which we need to finalize. And once we get approved by Zapier, we can take that code and just connect Integrately and other platforms to our system. At this moment, we're still waiting for approval from Zapier. I don't want to index my legal pages in Google. How to do that in GrooveBlog? You could, well, in GrooveBlog, you don't really have pages. You have posts. In case you set up a page that would be probably in GroovePages, there is a code for non-indexing things. You can add that tracking code into the head section of your pages. Or in case you actually did it as a post, you could do that in the code injection part of things. Let me just show you here where you can find more information about that. Hide from search. Okay. Just a second. Let me just share what I'm doing. Last time on the Q&A, I also showed this. Basically, I showed you where to find the code that you need exactly with a tutorial video. And if you type in hide from search engines or non-index page or something like that, you're going to find this post that was posted by me some time ago. This page is loading. Okay, here we go. So it's called, do you want to hide your page not to be found by search engines? Here's how you can create a page that has non-index or non-follow added, so it's not visible by search engines. If you look for any of these keywords, like hide your page, not be found by search engines, or something like that in our Facebook community, you're going to find this post by me with this video tutorial. And here I give you this piece of code. If you add this code into your pages, would it be a page or a site, for example, you come to the settings and you add that into the head section of the settings here. Now this page is not going to be indexed by the search engines. This is how the code works. It says here, paste it into your head section, and there's a short video I show this exactly how to do it. So just search for a post, hide your page not to be found by search engines. This would work as well on a post. So in case you're working in GrooveBlog and you have your legal information set up as a blog post, for example, that would work the same way in there as well. You copied over the code, you go into your GrooveBlog post, and you just paste in this code into the code injection section of the post settings. Let me just show you here, and then at the end, add custom code, and then you just add your code into here. Click out, you publish your post, and this post will not be searched or not be crawled by search engines. Hopefully that helps. Okay, so I believe that was the last question that I have here. In case you have any other questions, guys, feel free to ask. We did some improvements as well. This was also something I wanted to let you know. We did some improvements yesterday for the domains publishing, and I did the videos finally with a setup that you're going to be able to connect your domains to Groove, finally with a full setup. So when you go to the upper right hand side hamburger menu, my account, domains, you click on the custom domains and then manage. Here you can see I have a couple of domains connected. The domains, which you can see here with a nice little house icon or a home icon, this is where the domain is coming from outside, from Cloudflare or Bunny CDN or a WordPress hosting platform that you may have, or somewhere else. This domain is hosted somewhere else, but I want to use it with Groove. Now, the problem is that before we only had subdomains set up for domains hosted elsewhere. we added on finally the root domain setup as well, where we call that a legacy setup. We had this setup previously, and then we improved upon that. And with the new securities that we put in place, we didn't allow root domains. Now we found a way to actually allow root domains and subdomains to be connected to your Groove account, even though they are not hosted and managed by Groove. There is a caveat in this case. If you connect your domain with the full domain subdomain setup, which is the recommended, then all of the platforms where you want to publish within Groove, these platforms will handle the connections with the domains. So once you click the publish button, for example, the subdomains will automatically be hooked in with a CNAME within the Groove platform. You don't have to touch anything. You really just go in and create a domain. Let me just show you here. You connect the domain, and then you say, okay, I want to create a Groove cell subdomain, which is going to be get. Then you say get.grooveclose.com. This is going to be my subdomain, and now this subdomain is directly hooked into the actual domain settings. So I can now go and publish out my checkout pages from GrooveCell to this domain. I don't have to do anything else. But with the legacy setup, you can connect root domains, subdomains, but you will need to manage manually each and every step along the way with these nodes. So we added on the nodes that in case you connected a Cloudflare domain to Groove, you'll need to go and manage the CNAME records manually. If you want to connect, for example, blog.yourdomain.com, then you'll need to go into your Cloudflare account and create a CNAME which says blog and point it to host and the groovepages.com, for example. Without doing that manual step, it's not going to be working, because Groove cannot access your Cloudflare account and manage your domains on your Cloudflare account. So this is why we do mention here that this is the recommended setup where we manage your domains for you. But if you still want to do the legacy domain setup, that's still available for you. So there you go, guys. We were waiting for that one. We needed to find a solution that we still have the security that we want, and we still check if the domains that you will connect from an outside platform are used or not used, or how are they used. And now we finally got that. Okay, let's just see the questions from Wealthy Daniel. Okay, that's a great name. Hi, David. I want to link a domain name directly to an affiliate link using my Groove account without creating a landing page or website. Kindly show me how. Okay, so this is connected to something that I just showed right now. This is the management of the domains. So in case you go to the domains setup in your account, and let's just say that I want to create a tracking link for Groove Assist. I will click on Groove Cell over here, and I will create a subdomain which will say I don't know, get. And then instead of GrooveCell branding, which is really for your checkouts, you choose GrooveCell tracking. Okay, so you create this subdomain. Now I have get.grooveassist.com. Let's update this one, and let's go into Groove Affiliate. Just zoom out a little bit. We go into Tools, and here we have the tracking links immediately. We will create a new tracking link. And in here, I'm going to type in Groove Assist tracking link. Here, the domains, you can now select the get.grooveassist.com, which is basically your branded domain for this tracking link. And then you just set this tracking link up. What are you tracking? An external link, affiliate link, product landing page. You go through the steps. What are you tracking? Vendor conversions, affiliate conversions. Let's just say clicks to any funnel. And if you want to have some tracking codes, you have cost per click or tracking IDs, you can set these up. It's not necessary, but now you have a tracking link which you can actually use, get.grooveassist.com. You can copy this over and use this for this specific tracking. This is one of the ways. Okay, this is now a tracking link which redirects over to GroovePages, and it tracks each and every click, as you can see here, that when I clicked on it. So that's a tracking link. What we are still going to add on to our domain setup is pretty links and redirect options. Very soon we'll have a drop-down menu over here where where you can click on this drop-down and you'll be able to select from a couple of different options to create custom redirect links, to create catch-all links, or not catch-all, but catch-all page, where you basically you design a page. Let's just say you design a 404 page, and somebody goes to domain.com 123456 xyz, which doesn't exist in your page's setup. So they will be redirected over to your 404 page on that catch-all page, basically, that we are going to set up for your domain. That's all going to be managed within this drop down. I don't have an exact date when that is coming, but it's going to allow you to create custom links for different redirects as well. So that's pretty exciting, and I can't wait for that one. For now, the tracking links are one of the options, and there is also creating your redirects from within GroovePages. If you type in redirect into our YouTube channel, GroovePages tutorial, how to create a URL redirect. Here is a 5-minute tutorial where you can learn how to create this redirect. And if you need the code from this redirect, then you have it here in the first comment by Simon. It's basically you create a page, and in this page settings, you add on this piece of code into the head section of the page, and that is going to redirect to the domain that you set up for. So at this moment, that's the two ways that I could show you. The third way, which I mentioned with the custom redirect links, that's still coming very soon. Where can I learn how to fill the meta code? Is it relates to SEO search? Yes. So the metadata is very simply filled in with information that you want to show in search engines. Let me just show you what that means. So let's just say I have this restaurant website right now, Royal Delicacies, and now I have some information about this website, and I want to rank it in the search engines. The first thing I would do is I would go to Pages, and then in the home pages settings, I would go in and type in my meta keywords, meta description, and then also the OG image. This is the open graph image and open graph title. What this is for the search engines and social media platforms to understand what you're about. If you don't know what the meta keywords and meta description is, you're super familiar with it, believe me, is basically when you Google something, Royal Delicacies. This is the meta title, and this is the meta description. Okay, this is the meta title, this is the meta description, and so on. This is the meta title, this is the meta description. So you could do something like this, just Royal Delicacies. Let's just say we copy this over. So the page title is in the case of the home page, this is the actual meta title, Royal Delicacies, and then we can type in here the best, your slogan, for example, best restaurant in the world, or something like that. Basically, you need to create a catchy title for it. Meta keywords. What keywords would you like to rank for? Royal delicacies, Los Angeles. Royal delicacies, Thai food. Royal delicacies, something like that. Like you add in the keywords that you want to rank for. That means if somebody searches something in the search engines like Google, Bing, Yahoo, DuckDuckGo, or the others, when should your site pop up? Okay, these are the keywords that you want to rank for. You type them in, separated by commas, as you can see here, and the meta description is basically what shows up here. Let me just show you how the pros do it. SEO. Okay, have a look at this. So, search engine optimization. Wikipedia. Search engine is a process of improving the quality and quantity of website traffic to a website or a web page from search engines. That's it. This is the actual description of the meta information. There is a meta info checker, which gives you kind of the information: is it good, is it bad, how should it look like, and gives you also some information on: is it too long, is it too short, how it should look like, how it will preview, and things like that. So you can use these meta information trackers, and this will also help you understand how it will look like on Facebook and Twitter and things like that. As I said, metadata, you can add this in here. So let's just say royal delicacies, feed videos, daily motion, and here we add in royal delicacies, and then we can immediately see how it will show in Google, how it will show on Facebook, and how it will show on Twitter. So things like this help you understand how the users will see that information. So not sure if you asked about what metadata is and all of that stuff that I just mentioned, but I just wanted to be a little bit more detailed about that. Working my voiceover for my videos today. Woohoo! Got a Friday deadline to make personal. Okay, very good, Leonard. There you go. I know that you were following the imperfect action and everything. You were working on your membership, so hopefully we'll see your products real soon. Okay, so that is basically it, ladies and gentlemen. This was the last question that I had in here, or last comment. If there is anything else, please let me know. For now, I don't have any other questions to answer in the comment section of this live stream. Let's see if there is anything that popped up in the meantime on that post. There is nothing on here. Okay, so yeah, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to wrap this up for today. It has been a great day. I hope I showed you some of the exciting things that are being worked on. Don't forget, tomorrow and the day after tomorrow, Wednesday and Thursday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Travis Stevenson is coming on to show us some of the great techniques that are going to help you build massive audience on Instagram through automations, which is awesome. I love automations. So make sure you block some time out for that. Social posts are coming up very shortly, and yeah, it's going to be on Facebook and YouTube, so you can just jump in whenever you are ready. That's it for now, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for being here. I wish you a pleasant rest of the day.